Welcome to February. It's a month of love, so we've got plenty of historical violence, retro gameplay, and trippy puzzles to solve. Alright, maybe it's not so romantic after all. But in any case, let's talk about the biggest games launching soon, and don't forget to subscribe to catch all the hottest releases every week. Nioh started development in 2004, but now we're finally getting our hands on the brutal samurai combat game. If you like Dark Souls, you'll feel right at home. Nioh puts you in control of real-life Western samurai William Adams, who's tasked with hunting down yokai across a dark, fictionalized version of Sengoku-era Japan. You can expect to tangle with a bunch of frightening mythical creatures along the way, so you'll have to use a variety of katanas, great axes, magic scrolls, and more just to survive. Nioh comes exclusively to PS4 on Tuesday, February 7th, and if you're not quite sure about taking on the challenge, head over to GameSpot for our review. Now let's jump over to Steam, where there's a cutesy 3D platformer you might have missed last week. Poi takes its cues from Nintendo 64 classics like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, and it stars two young kids who travel across levels full of hills and snowfields and deserts to become master explorers. There are over 100 medallions to collect along the way, and you'll have to master all sorts of tricky jumps and special tools to grab them all. The best part? You don't have to wait. Poi is available on PC right now. Let's stick with Steam for the rest of the week, because there are a ton of fresh indie games on the way. Leading the charge is Splasher. This 2D platformer arms you with a paint cannon, and you'll have to use the many colors of the rainbow to make it through the Ink Corp factory. Watery blue ink works like a jetpack, red ink lets you stick to walls, and yellow ink lets you bounce off of surfaces like a trampoline. If you want to rescue your fellow splashers from the evil Le Docteur, you can do it on PC on the 7th. Now we'll spend some time with Induction. Better yet, let's rewind time, because that's what this abstract puzzle game is all about. It focuses on cause and effect, so you'll have to keep track of how pushing switches, moving blocks, and crossing bridges affects your little moving cube. Induction may seem simple on the surface, but all those elements can get totally borked if you alter something in the past without thinking. It's colorful, it's angular, and you can start solving its 50+ puzzles on PC on the 7th. Speaking of going back in time, Gunmetal Arcadia looks like a game straight out of the NES era. The sequel to Gunmetal Arcadia 0 combines that retro style with platforming and a good dose of action with over 75 weapons and items. You'll have to use a combination of bombs, swords, scrolls, and all sorts of knickknacks as you help the tech elves fight against the evil Unmade Empire. If you're yearning for a roguelite game that looks just like you're playing on an old CRT TV set, you can give Gunmetal Arcadia a look on PC on the 7th. And those are the biggest games we'll be playing this week. As always, remember that release dates are based on retailer listings and are subject to change. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.